Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to our channel, Treasure Town. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support means a lot. It helps this channel grow and allows us to continue bringing you fascinating stories hidden inside ordinary coins. Friends, let me ask you something. Have you ever imagined that a small, ordinary-looking coin could change someone's life? A coin you might have ignored, spent, or dropped into a jar without a second thought. Believe it or not, there are coins that were once worth just a few cents, forgotten by almost everyone. Today, some of those same coins are worth thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even more. If you have never heard stories like this before, stay with me, because today's story may completely change the way you look at your pocket change. Let us travel back in time. If you hold a 1946 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in your hand today, you are not just holding a small copper coin. You are holding a quiet witness to one of the most important transitions in modern history. This humble penny was minted in the very first full year after World War II ended. The war had changed nations, economies, and everyday life across the world. And in 1946, America was beginning the long process of returning to peace. Every coin produced in that year carried the feeling of a country stepping out of wartime tension and into a new future. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series that began in 1909. That year was the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the United States decided to honor him with a new 1-cent coin. The design was created by the sculptor Victor David Brenner. His portrait of Lincoln on the front of the coin became the first real historical figure ever placed on a regular circulating American coin. Before that time, American coins usually showed symbolic figures like Lady Liberty. But Lincoln was different. He was a real person, a beloved president remembered for guiding the nation through the Civil War and ending slavery. By 1946, the Lincoln wheat penny had already been circulating for 37 years. It had survived economic depressions, 2 world wars, and enormous changes in American society. The design had become familiar to millions of people. On the front of the 1946 penny, you see Lincoln's calm and thoughtful profile facing right. Above his head is the word liberty, representing one of the core ideals of the United States. In front of his face is the date 1946, marking the year the coin was minted. Just above Lincoln's head appears the phrase, "I in God we trust," which had become a traditional motto on American currency. Now here is an interesting detail. When a Lincoln cent does not show a mint mark, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most historic mint facility in the United States. During this time, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on pennies. So collectors call these coins no mint mark pennies, but technically they are Philadelphia coins. Philadelphia was the primary mint of the nation, producing enormous numbers of coins every year to keep the economy running. On the back of the coin, you see the design that gave the series its nickname, the wheat penny. 2 tall wheat stalks curve along the left and right edges of the coin. These wheat ears represent prosperity, agriculture, and growth. Between them appears the inscription 1 cent. And above it the words United States of America. At the very top of the reverse you see the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. This phrase reflects the idea that many states and people form one united country. The wheat design remained on the Lincoln penny from 1909 until 1958, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coin history. But the 1946 penny carries special historical meaning because of the moment in which it was minted. The World War had ended in September 1945. Soldiers were returning home. Factories that once produced tanks, aircraft, and ammunition were being converted back to making cars, appliances, and household goods. Cities were adjusting from wartime rationing to peacetime abundance. Coins were part of this story too. During the war, the United States had experimented with different coin materials. In 1943, pennies were famously made from steel coated with zinc because copper was needed for military equipment like shell casings and electrical wiring. Those steel pennies looked silver instead of copper. But people disliked them. They rusted easily and were often confused with dimes. So in 1944, the mint returned to copper pennies, using recycled brass shell casings from the battlefield. These wartime brass coins continued through 1946. That means your 1946 penny may contain metal that originally served in wartime ammunition. Imagine that. The metal in your coin may once have been part of equipment used in the global conflict that had just ended. After the war, those materials were melted, refined, and turned into peaceful currency used in everyday life. It's a powerful symbol of transformation. Now, let's talk about how many of these pennies were made. In 1946, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 991,655,000 Lincoln wheat pennies without a mint mark. That is nearly 1 billion coins. It was one of the largest penny mintages up to that point in history. Why so many? Because the economy was booming. With soldiers returning and industries shifting to consumer goods, the country needed a huge supply of small change for stores, transportation, and daily commerce. Pennies were used constantly. People used them in grocery stores, candy shops, bus fares, and newspaper stands. In 1946, a penny still had noticeable buying power. For example, a penny could buy a piece of candy or contribute to the price of everyday items like bread or milk. Today it might seem insignificant, but at the time pennies played a real role in daily life. Now let's explore the physical characteristics of the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition had been standard for U.S. pennies for many decades. The weight of the coin is 3.11 grams, and its diameter measures 19 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth, which is called a plain edge in coin terminology. When freshly minted, the penny had a bright reddish copper color. Collectors call this red condition. Over time, as copper reacts with air and moisture, the coin darkens to brown or reddish-brown tones. That is why you will see collectors describe pennies as red, RD, red-brown, RB, or brown-BN. Color plays a significant role in determining value. A fully red 1946 penny that has never circulated can be worth much more than one that spent decades in pockets and cash registers. Let's talk about condition, which is extremely important in coin collecting. Most 1946 pennies circulated for many years. They passed from person to person thousands of times. Because of this, many surviving coins show wear on Lincoln's hair, cheek, and jawline. On worn coins, the wheat stalks on the reverse also become flattened. Collectors grade coins using a scale that ranges from poor, P1, all the way to mint state, MS70. A typical circulated 1946 penny might fall in grades like very fine, VF, or extremely fine, XF. But occasionally, coins were saved early and never circulated. These coins can still display their original luster and sharp details. Those are the coins collectors search for. Now let's discuss value, which is often what people are curious about when they find an old coin. A 1946 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in heavily circulated condition is usually worth a small amount above face value. Many of these coins sell for around 10 to 30 cents, depending on condition. Coins in very fine condition may be worth around 50 cents to $1. In extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, the value can rise to $2 to $5. But when we reach uncirculated coins with bright red color, the price can become much higher. Some high-grade specimens graded MS 65 red can sell for $20 to $40 or more, depending on eye appeal and market demand. Exceptional coins graded MS 67 red have sold for hundreds of dollars at auction because they are extremely difficult to find in such perfect condition. Remember, even though billions were minted, very few survived decades without wear. That's why condition matters so much. Collectors also look for errors and varieties, which can make certain coins far more valuable. Some 1946 pennies show die cracks, where small raised lines appear on the coin, due to stress in the minting dies. Others may show off-center strikes, double strikes, or clip planchets. One interesting feature collectors sometimes notice is die deterioration doubling, which can make letters appear slightly thick or blurry. While not always extremely valuable, these characteristics can make a coin more interesting to specialists. Another thing collectors enjoy is studying the minting process itself. Coins are created by striking metal blanks called planchets between two engraved steel dies. These dies contain the design of the coin. When the press strikes the planchet with enormous pressure, the design transfers onto the metal surface. During busy production years like 1946, mint workers operated machines continuously to meet the demand for coins. The presses thundered day and night inside the mint buildings, producing thousands of coins every hour. Imagine the noise and energy inside those historic mint halls. Each time the press struck, another penny entered the world. Some went straight into bankrolls. Others traveled across the country to grocery stores, vending machines, and children's piggy banks. Many of those coins disappeared through wear, loss, or melting over the decades. But millions survived quietly in jars, drawers, and collections. Sometimes people rediscover them many years later. A child might inherit a jar of coins from a grandparent. Someone cleaning an old house might find a forgotten collection. In those moments, a simple penny becomes a doorway into history. The 1946 penny especially reminds us of a turning point. The war had ended. Families were reuniting. Soldiers were returning to small towns and big cities across America. New homes were being built, new businesses opened, and optimism was growing. Coins from that year circulated through all those moments. Perhaps your penny once paid for a newspaper headline announcing peace. Maybe it was part of a child allowance or a tip left at a diner counter. Coins travel through countless human stories. That is one of the reasons collectors love them so much. Unlike many historical artifacts locked in museums, coins were designed to move through society. They passed through millions of hands and quietly observed everyday life. When you look closely at a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, you are seeing a piece of that shared history. The worn edges, the softened details, even the dark copper color all tell a story of time and use. Today, collectors around the world still search for these coins. Some try to assemble complete Lincoln wheat penny collections from 1909 to 1958. Others focus on high-grade examples or unusual mint errors. Even though the 1946 penny is common compared to rare key dates, it still holds an important place in the series. It represents the beginning of a new era after global conflict. It represents everyday commerce in post-war America. And it represents the enduring design of the Lincoln cent, one of the most recognizable coins ever produced. More than 75 years later, these pennies continue to survive in collections and change jars around the world. And that is the magic of coin collecting. A small copper coin, only 19 millimeters wide, can carry within it the memory of an entire historical moment. So the next time you see a 1946 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, remember that it is more than just 1 cent. It is a survivor from the first peaceful year after World War II, a traveler through countless hands and pockets, and a quiet storyteller from the past.